Ooh, not so rough anymore. That's pretty hot. They want to hold out for Ball Lightning, which we could still play some number of, by the way. They're just F6'd? Gonna get in for 7? Okay. I don't know what's happening. Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be playing Sligh, a little bit different, super aggro Sligh. So, why have I made these changes? Well, there doesn't seem to be too much variation among lists. There's certainly different sideboards, at least from what I've been looking at. I mean, there's some decisions as to whether you want to run a little more burn, like full set of Seal of Fire, Volcanic Hammer. I've seen Baubles, I've seen main deck Price of Progresses, which that I might actually be open to. Lists with like 22 lands, bunch of Barbarian Rings. I don't know, I guess I do see a lot of variation. But one thing I see pretty consistently across the board is 8 3-drops, that being Ball Lightning and Sulfuric Vortex. And as far as results for the deck tends to beat what it's supposed to and often lose to what it's supposed to lose to. And it doesn't, for the most part, convert to winning or getting really high up, right? Either missing top 8 with a reasonable record or losing in the top 8, whatever it may be. And so, although I think a lot of those builds are fine, I did find all the 3-drops to be pretty clunky. And you might be looking at this list and saying, but Tony, Raging Goblin is a bad card. Goblin War Buggy, pretty bad card. Listen, there's a lot of bad cards in Burn, no matter what list you run. So this is an experiment on whether or not you can get lower to the ground and support Mogg Flunkies to the point where it's actually effective. I have tested probably at this point over a dozen matches, and I'm getting, I guess that's not enough to, it's definitely not worse than the other lists that I've seen and tried, and I think overall might actually be better for what the deck is trying to do. So basically the idea is playing a lot more creatures, trying to actually make Mogg Flunkies work. This is a card, it's 2 mana 3/3, but it can't block or attack alone, so it's got to have a buddy. So you got to play a lot of creatures, and it really helps to have hasty creatures, so when you play your turn 2 Flunkies, they can't just kill your 1-drop, and then your Flunkies does nothing, and you're effectively down a card. This will, of course, happen some of the time as a downside of the card, but the more creatures you play, the less frequently it will happen, and thanks to cards like Raging Goblin, Goblin War Buggy, we can put hasters over the top of it on turn 3, and then they're actually forced to hit the Flunkies. So, what are the benefits of having such a lower curve? You get to play fewer lands. You do have to play, or at least I think you have to play 1 less Fireblast, but also, I don't hate that. I've had plenty of hands just loaded with Fireblasts that you can't quite do anything with. And then also, we don't have to go and place Volcanic Hammer. We can stay on the 1 mana burn spells. I don't love going down to 1 curse scroll, but I don't think you can afford to draw 2 in this sort of build. I would like to, but we need 24 creatures. I don't want to go down a creature. I mean, you could go to 3 Raging Goblin, because you don't necessarily want to be drawing 2 of these. You just want it to turn your Mogg Flunkies on. Enough of the time it actually just gets in, especially when you're overloading on creatures. It helps you Alpha Strike, and it's pretty funny when they actually have to cast a removal spell on it. I mean, otherwise it's basically the same plan. It's just faster, more low to the ground. You could say more all in, but I don't know. having fewer lands and having way more creatures, you actually have a lot more repeatable damage. I haven't had a hard time converting games over the long run. In fact, I've been beating Circle of Protection Red just because you put permanent, repeatable damage on board. And you tend to have more of it than they do lands. And when they have to tap out every turn to stop all your creatures, and you're still getting in for one, and you're loading up on burn in your hand, I've just been beating it. But we'll see. Sideboard, again, not an expert on the format, so I'm not really an expert on the sideboard. It's kind of a mix of things that I've seen, experiences that I've had, bases that I want to cover. Obviously, it's going to be something subject to change over time, but they're certainly all reasonable cards with frequent use cases, so we'll see how that develops. But let's get in there and burn some people out in the first round. Right, here we are in round 1 against Squall XX17. We are on the play. Always a good thing. 4 landers tough. You mulligan 5 landers. 4 landers, I would like to have more creatures. I'm actually going to mulligan, but it's really close. This is much better. Much better. I will keep and bottom Seal of Fire. Yeah. And we'll drop a mountain and a Jackal Pup. Jackal Pup is in. They lead on planes. Maybe they have a swords. I think I'm going to go in on this war buggy. I don't expect them to swords that. They'll probably swords Jackal Pup if they have it. They want me to pay the 2 for the buggy. Get in for 4. Yeah, they go on the Jackal Pup. They take 2. Go to 18 and we'll pass. If we draw land, then we can pay and play the Raging Goblin. If we draw something else, that's fine too. Go Swamp, Duress. Okay. Against Black-White Control, it looks like. I'll take this Lightning Bolt. Hopefully no second swords. I will certainly pay for this buggy. Alright, we will pay. We do draw a mountain. Play the Raging Goblin. And attack, hoping no second swords. Yeah, looks like they don't have it. We like that. Now, hopefully we keep ripping action. Right, they got 3 mana now. No pain lands. 5 cards in hand. Lava Man, don't hate that. Alright, let's get in. Coming in for 3. Just gets in there. Huh. Am I worried about Wrath of God? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, I'm just gonna pass. It'd be a bummer if we get hit by Gerard's Verdict, but also, it would not shock me if they had a Wrath here. Double black. They gotta make white and take a pain, right? Yeah. Yep, there's the Wrath. Any order. They're at 11, they have 4 cards. Do I want to be shocking? I think so. If I draw a 2-drop, I don't want this shock stuck in my hand to get to rest. We draw a land. That's not great. Play it out. It was a Gerard's Verdict. And I'm just going to fetch. Why not? Pass it over. And we can F6. They're at 9. We're out of gas except the Lava Man on board. I wouldn't say this is the greatest spot to be in. Yep, they got swords. Down to 3 cards. Do get a draw step every turn. Monkey's not great when hellbent. I'll say that. But hasty creature can change that. For sure. Yeah, Gemstone Mine. 6 mana. They can hardcast an Exalted Angel. I think that's the name. 4/5 lifelink thing. Wow, they ripped a Wrath on Mogg Flunkies. So worried about... I mean, they've seen Buggy and Raging Goblin, so... I'll take that. Pretty good for us. We're down to 2 cards. I will say the Wrath of God control deck... probably better against this type of Sligh than having 8 3-drops. Because 3-drops would be good in a spot like this, obviously. Vortex is great. It could just have a disenchant, though. I will take a threat. It's not the best of threats, but I will take it. They only have 2 cards. It could start getting in. Well, shoot. Now they have 3 cards. How'd that happen? Exalted Angel. That's kind of game. Alright, I'm going to have to draw back-to-back burn here to kill it, and they're going to gain at least 4 life. So if I don't draw burn here, I'm going to scoop. I guess a decent-sized threat could, like, a threat into burn plus burn, because at least if I draw a threat, I can crack back next turn. Yeah. This is a threat. Make sure they get to gain 4 life, but then potentially we can just attack them back for 4. It does not have vigilance, right? Yeah, it technically doesn't have lifelink. It has an ability that when it hits, it'll trigger and then they gain life. Slightly different. I mean, they should probably still be attacking, but that's what they're trying to figure out right now. Yep. They're coming in. We go to 17. They go to 13. Pay the Echo. We do draw burn. Okay. Get in for 4. Tree of Justice. Uh-oh. Well, that'll block my Jackal Pup. No, they can make 3. They can make a lot of 1/1s. Yep, they get to cycle. Now they can block, kill everything. Could incinerate one of these to keep my War Buggy, but I think I need to just hope I draw burn to kill this angel. And they're going to gain 4 more. I mean, it's taken them a while, I'll say that. We're 5 minutes ahead on clock. This is game 1. And they're a control deck. Alright, so we go to 12. They go to 17. Any burn skis? We did. Alright. I guess on their upkeep, I'll burn this thing out. And then we are certainly behind, but I guess we have a chance. Get out of here. They play a swamp. And they've got 3 cards. I mean, they're at 17, and we don't have anything currently, but they have cards like Gerard's Verdict, Duress, you know, a lot of cards that don't do anything since we're Hellbent. It's a good one. They probably have something to kill it, but maybe not. Like a Smother or Swords. Another Decree. Okay, that's enough for me, because that's even just going to race me at this point. I could have burned their clock a little more, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's go Curse Scroll. They're going to have some sideboard cards. We're going to need Flaring Pain. I'll want Sulfuric Vortex. Rise of Progress, not the worst, but not great. Yeah, I'll just play these. I think I need to come off of Mogg Flunkies just because of how much removal they actually have. This is the type of card that walks into Wrath of God. Maybe 1 price progress is nice. Would be pretty darn good in the late game. They don't have a lot of non-basics, though. Yeah, I think I'll need it, though. It may need it. It's got a Seal of Fire. Maybe I'm just supposed to play 2 of them instead of the 2 Seal of Fire. But I don't actually know how many non-basics they do play. Alright, it is a 1-lander, but we have a bunch of threats. I will keep this, begrudgingly. Like, if I draw a second land, it's pretty insane. If not, I'm still playing a 1-drop threat every turn. You do want to pace yourself against Wrath of God anyways, so I think this should be fine. I will say, overall, I think this control deck is probably a deck that's favored against burn. I don't know for sure, but it feels a lot like, you know, maybe like a blue-white control deck against Delver and Legacy type of thing, where you're both capable of just, like, really stomping the other, and there can be some grindy, you know, games in between that. But I think they have an edge. Swamp Go. Alright. I think we go for double Jackal Pup. Alright, we get in for 2. Second Jackal Pup on board. They're going to play some sort of hate piece. They play Circle of Protection. They also play, forget the card names, like Soften or something like that. 1 and a white enchantment that every time a red spell is cast, they gain 2 life. Or every time an opponent casts a red spell, whichever. Alright, so it's just Circle of Protection. Flaring Pain, pretty good for this. They do have Duresses in their deck. Of course, it does have Flashback, but I'd love to get additional value out of it. So for right now, we'll get as much repeatable damage in play as possible. But Circle of Protection does kind of make us want to walk into Wrath of God. We could just go right over the top of this, though, especially with this Flaring Pain, especially if we draw a land. But even on this 1 land, we are applying a ton of pressure. And if they do tap out for Wrath of God, depending on how much damage we're able to actually get in, we might be able to kill them. Engineered Plague. Oof. They can name Jackal on that. It's pretty good. Yep. Can get in for at least 2 more. We did not find a mountain, and it's turn 4. That's pretty bad for us. I could get a bolt in while I can, or I can Raging Goblin. Honestly, I think it's both while I can. And this Raging Goblin will at least help tap them out more next turn. Also makes Wrath of God worse for them. Really like to find that second land. You go down to 7. Hopefully this isn't the enchantment that gains them life. Gonna be another Engineered Plague. Duress. Okay. Tapping out. And they paid life. Discard the Fireblast. That's the one. Warmth. Not Soften. Warmth. Yep. Alright. Finally found the land. Yeah. Now they're gonna gain some life. That's for sure. Let them gain 2. Can't not play these, you know. Get the Lava Man in. Back down to 9. I mean, the good news is we're going to be making them tap out for this Circular Protection. Bad news is they have a bunch of other hate. They've vindicated their swamp? What? What just happened? That must have been a mistake. Okay. Now I can attack for 2. Lava Man them. It said LOL. I definitely misclicked. Yeah, let's shoot them with Lava Man. Putting them to 4. Now they have 1 less land. Circular Protection. I mean, here's the thing, too. They have 6 minutes. Like, they not only have to stop us from killing them, but they also have to kill us. Okay, let's attack for 2. Circle of Protection, both of them, and then we Lava Man for 2. Is it worth playing the other Lava Man? Probably. Oh, gotcha, they're gonna take 1. They think they're gonna prevent this Lava Man damage? You can just end step it. I'm gonna play the other Lava Man. I'm gonna Circle of Protection and get hit for 2. They didn't really time this well enough. Moto is lagging. They go to 1. I had a Fireblast that could kill them here. They go to 1, they go back up to 3. And then we have 4 creatures in play, and they only have 2 lands for Circle of Protection. Like, even if they didn't do that Vindicate mess up, I think we just wind up winning on time. Yep, they go back up to 3. They can't Wrath. They did find another land, though. We would like to find another land. Fetch land would be perfect. Price progress, not too helpful. Okay. That means we attack 3 of these. They're going to prevent 1. I mean, a cheeky thing they could do is select this Lava Man. They didn't. Gonna take 1. Yeah. I guess I could have... No, attacking with all still wouldn't really do it. You can't tap out for Wrath. Then they die. And we're gonna have to prevent this. Oh, they were F6'd, I guess? Okay. They were dead anyways, because they prevent that, then we untap, attack, they can prevent 2 more and take 2. Go to 0. Either way. Can't see them winning in 3 minutes. Yeah, let's run it back. Yeah, ooh, maybe Seal of Fire is better than Shock against Circle of Protection. Yeah. I mean, small thing, but this hand is great. I will keep. They mulliganed. I mean, honestly, they have to... They just can't play Circle of Protection. If I were them, I would board it out. The only way you're winning this is like a fast Exalted Angel. They have 2 minutes. They get to take a Lightning Bolt. And we take a draw step. Fireblast, not the worst. Get a mountain here. And get in with the Goblin. Poke you for 1. Second Swamp. Nothing. Raging Goblin. Well, we're gonna go War Buggy. They're F6'd. Let's get in for 3. Wouldn't mind drawing another mountain. Play land. Actually, I don't think I would put a third creature into play, even if I drew another mountain as a wrath. I'm gonna play Plague. Oh, alright, that's cheeky. Sure. Can't pay. Got in for 2, though. We will continue to rage. Put him down to 13. This is another thing with the 8 3-drops builds. First of all, you have to play more lands to support it, so you wind up flooding out more often. But second of all, sometimes your lands get blown up, and you just don't cast spells. Whereas here we are on a 1-lander, playing a threatening card every turn, still. They vindicated their own caves. How do they keep doing this? Okay. Weird game. I mean, obviously it's helpful against Price of Progress to not have non-basics in play, but there's no way that was the play. Alright, they duress. I mean, they only have 20 seconds. But I think we just have them killed anyways. Pretty much. Yeah, they scoop it up. Alright, well, weird game, but see you in round 2. Hey everyone, thanks for making it this far. Just wanted to thank everybody, and if you're looking for more, show you where you can find that. If you go to the description below, you can find all of my links. If you go further down in the comments, you can also find my links for bring you to my Patreon, various tiers for Discord access, early access, sideboard guides, donation decks, coaching sessions. You can also check out the podcast within those links, as well as my Twitch, where I do most of my content. You can see the commands that you can use in the chat. Let's say you do dono. You're wondering how to get a link, how to do it. Tells you right here. And the members Discord is within the Storm, MTG Storm community. And of course, it's always going to help if you hit the like and subscribe. So thanks again. Keep storming, y'all. All right, here we go. Round 2 against Guilm. We are on the play. Yeah, we take these. This is an interesting question if you lead on Raging Goblin or not. I think it's still Lavamancer. I want them to be surprised by a hasty Raging Goblin to keep Mogg Flunkies on. So play out Lava Man. I mean, they might just kill it immediately. But when we play Mogg Flunkies, Lava Man will certainly be a target. And hopefully Raging Goblin gets the Flunkies in. Really only need to get it in once for it to be worth it. Don't love seeing Mountain. Okay, they're just gonna pass. Fine with me. Let's just attack. See what they want to do. Take the damage. Let's play out this Flunkies. Get flunky with it. Go flunk yourself, OP. Get flunked. Flunk off. If they go like Incinerate or Lava Man, we're in business. If they have like Double Shock or Shock Bolt or whatever, that's kind of rough. Ooh, not so rough anymore. That's pretty hot. They want to hold out for Ball Lightning, which we could still play some number of, by the way. They're just F6'd? Gonna get in for 7? Okay. I don't know what's happening. There's no way this is burn. Out number 3. No plays. So it's Goblins. You get a Goblin Matron. I think that's gonna cut it. You get a Goblin War Chief. Okay. I will pay for the buggy. Any land? Not bad either. Play it and get in or shoot this. I think we shoot this. Get in for 6. Pretty good. And we got plenty more gas too. Don't care about War Chief. Probably tap their Carplusion Forest. Colorless. They did not, so they don't have another play. They're dead. Odo lag is upon us. Nope, they just missequenced. Or mistapped their lands. They should tap this for colorless and then use the mountain for whatever this spell is. That's alright. It doesn't matter what this spell is, or even if they did that. We're just too far ahead. Lackey, yep. You'd even just upkeep Incinerate plus Lava Man. Oh, it's got haste. Right. Well, that's fine. We will burn them out. Cool. Alright. Goblins, huh? I do want Lava Dart. And Curse Scroll. I don't think I want anything else. I mean, maybe Curse Scroll is mostly just too expensive. Does that mean I actually just cut the Curse Scroll? Let's do that. So effectively, I'm just playing Lava Dart in place of Curse Scroll. The plan is still to just flood the board. Because against them, and especially on the draw, you got to control their board anyways. And that's what we're looking to do. Either way. Yeah, this looks good to me. They kept on 7. I would imagine they have a turn 1 lackey. Prospector, okay. So, I think it's still worth killing this. I don't really want them to accelerate Pile Driver. That's not a big deal. Let's play Pop and Lavaman. And pass. His hand is shaping up pretty nicely. We can just F6. Going to attack. Sure. You're in there. Also fine. Rock is not bad. Let's go Lavaman the Thing. Play War Buggy. Get in for 4. This is looking pretty great. Lisa Goblin War Buggy is such a sweet card. Sure is. It sure is. The art is just, incredible. Alright, they have 4 cards, 2 lands, a rather useless goblin in play that they probably can't afford to attack with this time. Oh, there's a War Chief. Alright, things are eating up. Now they probably do attack. Yeah, they're going to try to race. But we're going to blow up their board and hit them for a lot. I will pay the buggy toll. Another Raging Goblin. It's not the worst, but we do have to kill this War Chief. Let's go. Let's shock it. We're playing into exactly... Like, if they have land, War Chief, Lackey, plus the big Goblin, sure. They have to have exactly those 4 cards. Goblin War Chief, I think it's called. The 5-mana one. But I think they gotta pump the brakes. Yep. If anything, Matron. Yeah. Okay. Well, again, we can keep the board clear and get in for repeatable damage. Impalm Incinerator. Not very good without goblins on board. I wouldn't mind a land. Sweet. Fetch land is perfect. Perfection. Alright, let's shoot this one. And we try to trick them. Like, we leave this in play and they go Gem Palm and then we kill it. It doesn't actually do any damage. They could just have another thing. And they'll probably... They might just chump and then have another thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill it. It's pretty inefficient. And I think in a lot of cases it's gonna be a lot worse. But it feels like one of the ways that we could lose. Now they're at 5. They'd have to play Dude, Incinerate. I guess they'd be hitting Lavaman or Jackal Pup, and they're still dead. They need some sort of sweeper. Like Earthquake is the sweeper, but that still hits them, and they probably lose. There you go. They have to cycle this, it doesn't do any damage. And they play out a Lackey. Oh, wait, it did damage. Oh, because I have goblins on the battlefield. When you cycle it, you may have a deal. Okay. Knows how much goblins I've played. Oh boy. Well, here come the rest of the goblins. They can only block 2 damage and they take exactly 5. Who's the goblins deck now? GG's. See you round 3. Alright, here we go. Round 3. We're on the play against AngusMTG. They have 1 lander. However, lots of 1-drops. I will keep. One of those hands that's like, if we draw a second land, even by turn 3 or 4, we're going to be fine. And even if we don't, depending on the matchup, we might also be fine. Being on the play, Jackal Pup, 3 1-drop threats. I don't like this. Hopefully no sphere here. If there is, hopefully we draw land. Alright, no sphere. Flunkies. Let's just try to get in here. And we'll play a Fanatic. Swords. Fire. Sure. They did 1 and 1. They could have done 2 on Jackal Pup as well. Kind of funny. Either way, we take 2 damage and it's dead. There's a Mogg Fanatic. We're going to main phase and impulse, presumably looking for land. If we draw land, we can play Flunkies. If we don't, we can rage. I do like raging. Do a land. Go get another mountain. It's going to attack here. Put them to 18. And get flunked up. Card is flunked up. Main phase AK. Feels desperate. Towards my Fanatic. I'll shoot them for 1. Raging Goblin is gonna do its job here. Third land, not the best. At this point, we're just hoping to draw more creatures. But this will mean that Flunkies got in for 3. So, at worst, it was pretty good. Might as well fetch now. Not really a reason not to. And if they don't have removal, they're just in trouble. AK. Alright. I do draw 2. Didn't hit land drop. Wow. And if they don't have swords here, they are just screwed. Incinerate you. More burn. That's fine at this stage. Especially if these get in. Wow. Oh. Oh. Well. It's fine with me. I did this wrong. I mean, maybe if you only have 1 kill spell, you're saying, okay, I'll just kill the Flunkies, because if they play another creature, then I'm pretty dead to it. I suppose they could go land and have like double counterspell up, so I'm gonna shoot them now. Don't expect days, so let's just shoot them now. Alright, they're at 4. Technically have lethal available. He draw 3. Oh boy. Get the land. And just passing. Okay. We draw. Buggy. Oh. Yeah. I'll play it. It's probably gonna get mana leaked, but that's okay. It's in there. Another swords. Sure. Fine. Well, if they didn't have a mana leak, obviously we missed lethal by playing that, but I think it's still the right thing to do. And now they're at 3. Gonna gush. I'm just gonna F6. It's pretty obvious at this point we don't have anything. 4 mana Armageddon. Okay, okay. Make a land drop, play a Mox. Yep. They're getting back in it. Kill my goblin, sure. Shock, not great. We need to draw land. They have 5 cards. Flunkies, not great. Be a lot better if this were Bolt. You're gonna Impulse. Mountain. There's our land. Yeah, I guess I'll end step. I don't think it's a Stifle deck, but it could be. Shock them. They only have 1 counter, they might actually just let it go. Yeah, they go to 1. Land. Ice my mountain, sure. Another Incinerate, that's not great. I have 6 cards in hand. Ooh, AK draw 3. They cast Renewed Faith. Good God. Gains 6 life. That was a problem. I don't know how much Renewed Faith this deck plays, but obviously that was a problem. They're playing Guy's Blessing as well. Pretty cool deck. Get a Lava Man in. I don't see us winning this, but could have a chance if we draw another mountain. Hey, gosh. Impulse. Land. Ox. Sweet deck. Very sweet deck. I would enjoy playing this. Another Renewed Faith. It's pretty brutal. Fireblast. Alright, I'm going to pack it up. You need another land there to have any chance, but even then. Got him down to 1. 1 is not none. Okay, presumably they're also going to have chill. I like Vortex. Blasts. Jackal Pup is pretty bad, so is Flunkies here. I could try to play Overload for Mox Diamonds. I mean, it seems kind of loose. Probably play the Curse Scroll. Got the Mogg Flunkies. I guess being on the play, maybe I'm just supposed to go with the same plan. And just go for the throat. Being on the draw is going to be real tough, though. It'd probably be pretty silly to not play Vortex. And I'll just cut the scroll. Because otherwise, like, this plan, the more you lean away from it, the worse it gets. So basically, if you come off of it, you have to take out a lot of the creatures, so you need more things that are good to be bringing in. I'm not sure that we necessarily have that. Another one-lander. I mean, here we go again. Feel like this probably just isn't a good match, and one way to win it is to keep a one-lander and draw a land. I think we're okay if we draw it even the next turn. It sure would be nice to just draw it. Thank you. Give very much. Lavaman plus Seal or Buggy? I guess it's Buggy. Because if I go Lavaman, Fire can just hit Jackal Pup and Lavaman, which is a disaster. Gonna get Hydro Blasted? No Hydro? Alright, they go to 16. Get a Mox Diamond. Pyroclasm. Alright, at least I don't have to pay for War Buggy. Sure. They both did 2 damage, so not the end of the world. Land, not the worst. I don't really want to see more, though. Lavaman. Yeah, I guess I'll Incinerate. Doesn't always make sense to just, like, try to skirt your burn spells in when they're tapped out. But it's not like, you know, like, if you have something more valuable in your hand that you want to resolve, I would rather just, like, end step the Incinerate to try to bait out some sort of counter. But our hand is Sealfire Fireblast, so we'll just get it in. The Impulse made a land drop. Ugh, we've drawn only lands. Started with a one-lander. I'm just going to pass. We do have a lot of cards in our graveyard. I guess I'll play Seal of Fire. Yeah, pass. They have 5 cards in hand. You have a Hydro. Shoot them for 2. It goes down. I want a Fire Blast now. 4 damage is high value. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Feels really bad to do it, but we have 4 mountains. Ivory Tower. Okay. Mogg Flunkies, not what we're looking for here. Ivory Tower. I mean, if I knew about that, I would be playing Overload. And then it's like, it's kind of nice that you can hit Mox Diamond. Kind of an excuse to play Overload. Alright, you have a hasty guy? No. Well, play Seal of Fire. But Ivory Tower is gonna bury us here. Unless we draw War Buggy, or Raging Goblin. Alright, they're just passing. Like, we need to cast something that at least makes them use a card in their hand. I mean, Flunkies are buddies. Still can't attack, but... Here comes a Gush. Oh god. Well. And gain a bunch of life. Yeah... I would say this matchup just isn't for us. I mean, it doesn't help that we drew only lands. Chain of Vapor, Flunkies, sure. Attack a land? No. Doesn't really make sense to do that. Hasty Creature. Mountain. Play the Flunkies. Pass it over. I hydroed it. To gain some life. Alright, I am going to take one more draw. If it is a hasty creature, it gets in, and my Mogg Flunkies get in, I will continue. Otherwise, Incinerate. Alright. That's just barely enough to keep me interested. We got an AK. Gain some life. Play a land. We'll Incinerate them, which effectively did 1 damage, because they gained 2 from Ivory Tower. And we draw Lavaman. Alright, remove this and I'm out. Remove that Lavaman and I'm out of here. AK, that's good enough for me as well. Alright, this seems like an impossible matchup. Having a bunch of Sulfuric Vortex in game 1 would be better for this matchup. I still think it would be atrocious, though. Not particularly easy to, I mean, you have a chance if you win game 1, and we almost won game 1. But I think whether you're trying to go under them, like we are, or whatever normalists are doing, doesn't seem good. I will see you in round 4. Here we go, round 4 on the play. I just started a match earlier. We were on the draw. But my opponent played an Arid Mesa, which is not a legal pre-modern card. I asked them, are you fetching planes, or is it just, if it was just a red fetch, then whatever, but they just left instead of responding. Here we are. And I guess now we're on the play. With a good hand. I will keep this. Lead on Jackal Pup, follow up with War Buggy, unless we draw Flunkies. I will fetch now. The thinning isn't all that relevant, but Stifle could be annoying. Be nice to have 2 mountains guaranteed. And I don't want to draw land, so sure. We'll get the incidental thinning. Ew. Okay, well, Jackal Pup start. Never what you want in the mirror. And generally don't think this build is ideal in the mirror. I want a War Buggy. What are the odds they actually exhaust burn and that Jackal Pup is effective later on? I suppose it's correct, but it's more likely that we're just going to get picked apart here. I think a more traditional burn is going to be better against us, as far as the mirror is concerned. Yeah, they get to block the 2/2, kill the Jackal Pup, we take the damage. And now if they have a burn spell, they can wait until we pay for War Buggy. Oh, it's Goblins. Okay, that's a different story. Okay, they just happen to have Fanatic. Alright, alright. We are raging. Let's attack first. And then we'll drop our Jackal Pup. Menph Incinerator is going to be pretty good for them. Yep. Ooh. Went after the War Buggy. Interesting. I do have a ton of cards in hand. Rishadan Port, sure. And they're attacking. Sure. Bolt. Good draw. It's Rage. It's double Rage. Get in for 4. Hold up Bolt. Still, Incinerator is insane here. There are 3 goblins in play. We'll play a Goblin Matron. Lackey. Okay. They go to 13. Play Lackey. Well, definitely bolting. Not true. Bolting Lackey. We draw. Chalk is good. Alright, I will just kill their board and get in for 4. It is... I wouldn't say we're ahead at this point, but their deck tends to get better when they have goblins in play. And we're trying to get these creatures to keep getting in. Now they're at 9. They're at a low enough life total where, holding burn might be better. But if they, for instance, just play 1 creature and we draw burn, that's good for us. A sharpshooter. Now a burn spell is good. Sure, we get ported. Very nice. Yeah, I will kill that. And now, again, we get to get in for 4. They said LOL because the burn deck drew a burn spell. So they're at 5. They have 3 cards in hand. We're still not out of the woods here. Got a lot of good draws. They're tapping their ports. Goblin Matron. Yep, that one's annoying. Incinerator, yep. Kills Jackal Pup, and they get to draw a card, and we take at least 3. Then we draw Fireblast, and they get tilted. Just as a guess. Yep, we go to 13. Any burn would be good. War Buggy. Any non-land card, honestly. Yeah, I mean, Lavaman's not ideal, but I'll take it. We will attack. We will presumably chump. Yep, they go to 4. They have 3 cards in hand. I'll play Lavaman. And pass. They play Outwooded Foothills. And another Goblin Matron. Probably for another Gen Palm Incinerator. That's a lot of those. But they are dead to a Fireblast. Yep. Kill Lavaman. You got it. Draw a card. I'm not going to fetch. Good idea. Okay. I don't hate Incinerate. Could Incinerate the Matron and attack for 1. Seems pretty loose, though. I will still trade with this. but I'm just going to hold up my Incinerate. Alright, they have 4 cards. They're at 4. Got 1,000,000 mana. We have them to 1. We will cast it end step. War Chief. Sure. And a Ringleader. Yep. Probably means we have to draw Burn off the top. So we're going to take at least 4 right now. They hit another Ringleader and War Chief. Yeah, we'd go to 9, and then they'll have at least us down to 1 next turn. They didn't attack with Ringleader, okay. They don't want to get smacked by a Raging Goblin. Gotcha. Put them down to 1. Even a Mogg Fanatic gets there. Flunkies. I think I'm just gonna hold. The Carplusion Forest. They can go War Chief into Ringleader. That has us to 3. And then, oh, Matron, that's gonna get there. They should have played War Chief first. Because that would cost 1. They did. Pile Driver, sure. Couldn't get the last point of damage in. Mountain, War Buggy, yeah. Okay, well, that was a lot of Gem Palm Incinerator. And we still almost got there. I will play Lava Dart, but I think first scroll is too slow. I will play Price of Progress, though. They had a lot of non-basics. Obviously, Wasteland is a thing, but I still like it. Maybe I don't like it enough. Again, on the play, I need all these creatures. Maybe it's better than Shock. I have to keep the board clear, though, and Price of Progress doesn't do that. I'll play 1 in place of 1 Raging Goblin. I might even prefer my main deck to be like, to have 1 Price of Progress in place of a Raging Goblin. Alright, on the play here, no Lander. Sand is okay. I'll just buy, well, the fetch has some utility for Lavaman, Barbarian Ring, as opposed to 1 damage. I feel like the 1 damage is probably on average more important than an aggro mirror. It's probably different if I had Lavaman in hand. Alright, we are hoping to draw another creature that we can make this Mogg Flunkies work. That is not what that is. Let's attack. Don't think they're just going to block here. Skirk is pretty valuable. They probably would block if I showed Flunkies. They'll play it post-combat. Alright, mountain number 2. Incinerator would be bad. Oh. That's fine. That is great for us. I'll take that all day. Now we just get to bolt it and actually get in with our Flunkies. OP is flunked. They're so flunked. Yeah, I mean, unless we just keep drawing lands. Guess I don't have to bolt it because they attacked. I'm probably still supposed to bolt it. It would be a tough choice if we drew some gas. But we didn't. Like, the cost reduction is probably just too much. Pyrokinesis. Yikes. That hurts. Earth Charm? An artifact. Creature. Dragon creatures get +1/+0. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. An interesting card. That hurts a lot. Well, we'll shoot them. They have 3 cards in hand. We have to bolt this. And we gotta hope the rest of their hand is kind of clunky. That we draw some threats here. I would love, like, War Buggy. Flunkies is a liability in this scenario. I feel like the game is going to go on quite a bit longer, so I will do the dreaded fetch to thin. I mean, we've drawn 3 lands in a row, so I don't see us getting there. Schadenport, get in for 1. They have 2 cards and no play. Interesting. Well, we'll fetch again. We will get ported. That's fine. Any threats? Just the mountain. Holy moly. That's pretty wild. So all of our draw steps have been lands? This is the second time this has happened to us. It's kind of crazy when you're playing 18 lands. Alright, we got 14. They have 2 cards. Another pile driver. I don't really see myself not blowing that up, but we have so many mountains, we don't have to make that choice right now, I guess. And we're pretty committed to fetching at this point. Oh no, I got ported. Fireblast. Yeah, I mean, sure. We'll play mountain. Definitely want my curse scrolls on the draw. It's possible I just want them, period. Does give you something to do when you flood out like this, but honestly, if you're flooding out like this, you've probably just lost. Full stop. And have mountain walk. Well, I guess we have to keep shooting stuff. They're at 18. You know? They have one card. Need a threat. You got me. Huh. Alright. Funny that we flooded out and it might be... We might get ported out of this game. Alright, pile driver number 2 is 3 total. Take the 1. Get ported. Draw a bolt. Whatever, I'm just shooting this. Like an F6. As soon as they draw something, we're just dead. We need them to, like, flood out a bunch now, and for us to start drawing threats. At least, like, a Lava Man that sticks around, something like that. Buggy to start doing damage. Classic Flunkies. Yep. That's so great when you're hellbent. Siege Gang. Yeah, that's gonna be enough for me. Yeah, I mean, in an aggro mirror, when we draw 5 out of 6 lands, that's gonna happen. See you in the final round. Alright, final round against meatpop. We're on the play. We keep these. We only have 1 creature, which is a little problematic. But it's 2 lands, 5 spells, bunch of burn. Should be good. Opponent keeps on 7. Play a mountain and Lava Man. Swamp, Sarcomancy. Okay, this is generally a pretty good matchup for us. But there are ways to lose it. Let's shock this. Play out a Seal of Fire. And just attack for 1. We go to 19. We go to 18. Sarcomancy is just so bad for them in this matchup. Alright, they play this land. Pick up the other one. Dothy Slayer. So it's not zombies, it's some sort of suicide black. They're also playing this tri-land. Maybe so that they can play bolts, I don't know. And sideboard green cards. Alright, mountain is not terrible. Play the war buggy. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna attack for 2. There's shadow, so it can't block. It can only block shadow creatures. And I'll hold up the Lava Man. They take 1 from Sarcomancy. Going to let them get in for 2. I don't care if they play something that can't block. We're in a race, and we are definitely ahead in that race. Another Dothy, that's fine. Yeah, they're gonna get burned out here. Let's Seal of Fire their face. Let's Lava Man their face. Let's pay the Echo. First scroll. Okay. Let's get in for 3. You go to 8. I don't think we play this curse scroll. They go to 7. They're super dead. They're basically on the hope my burn opponent has nothing plan. That's annoying. Healing salve, pretty good against us. But still lethal. If nothing changes. They need to at least put a zombie into play. Green mana. Ah, Rancor. Okay. Man. Still not good enough, but bolt your face. And then we attack for 2 and Lava Man for 2. Yeah, even a zombie wouldn't save them even for a turn. Okay. Yeah, this matchup is pretty good. I don't really know what they would do to make it better. I mean, I guess they are playing the tricolor lands, but it's not white. Which typically has the cards that are good against us. Pace of Progress seems meh. I mean, Scroll seems good. Feels like all their dudes, so it's can definitely control the board. Still don't know that I want more than the 1 though. I think that's one way to lose is to just draw both of these. Like, I still want to flood the board with creatures. Most of their dudes can't block anyways. Alright, an aggressive one-lander. I will keep it. They mulliganed. And they kept on 6. Swamp, go. Okay. Play a Jackal Pup. And pass. They play some sort of 2-2. Sarcomancy. So they just drew it? How is that better than something else, though? What do they have in their hand? Happy to trade here, or do I just bolt it? Well, I guess I'm not happy to trade, but I'm going to attack. I don't think they do trade. If they do, I'll play my other Jackal Pup. If they don't, probably play my other Jackal Pup. It's not a bad play to bolt it. It feels good. I'm just taking 1 damage every turn, but I don't know. They have some other zombies, I would imagine. All right. Take the 2 and play another one. Also, now if they like try to split by attacking with 1 creature and playing 1 to block, we can bolt the one that they lead back to block and get in for 4. Here comes some sort of 3-mana card. Engineered Bone Shredder. Okay. That's pretty good. Kills 1 and then gets the block for a turn. Not a zombie, notably. They get in for 2. Land? Yeah, I mean, this game is going to be tough if we don't draw land at any point. Yeah, I'm going to bolt this. I think getting them, you know, taking a damage every turn is going to be pretty good. I can't really afford to attack with this. Be nice if they paid the Echo. Although it would also be nice for it to just be gone. If they pay Echo, I can't really attack with Jackal Pup. They take the 1. Alright, they are paying. I mean, best draw is still land. Don't draw land. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to trade. Another Sarcomancy. Wow. Now we keep them off zombies. We get to do 2 damage every turn. Nope. No lands ever. Classic. We did keep a 1-lander, but on the draw, and it's about to be turn 5. And I get into the point where even a good matchup might go the other way. They're attacking all day. I will take this. Sure, I'll take 2. You take 2 every turn now? I mean, if they put like a zombie that's really hard to kill into play, guess that would be good. An elephant. Alright, this I did not necessarily expect. We did not draw land. It's pretty impressive at this point. Okay, well, going to Lava Man their face on end step and start the elephant beats. I don't know, still, we draw land. It is very close. But I will take the 4. And they're going to play another elephant. We're going to shoot them in the face. A little bit violent. But this is a battle after all. Do we draw land? We do. Turn 6, but... Okay. I could just, like, really try to control the board here. If I incinerate this elephant and attack them, and they're only cracking back for 4, taking 2 every turn. Let's try that. There's a lot of ways to play this. I kind of like this. And if we draw a 3rd land, then we're really in business. But they take 2. They go to 10. 3rd land is 3, 4, 5, 9. They're actually dead. Want to cast an instant spell, they get a 4/4. Okay. They're going for 4 here. Old. Here we go to 8. They have 1 card. Fireblast number 3. All 3 of them. I can shoot for 2. Play Lava Man. Freaking War Buggy. Get in for 3. 3, 7, 8. Or no, we have lethal. Yeah, I can just incinerate Fireblast. Back for 1, they're at 9. Incinerate, they go to 6. Fireblast, they go to 2. I gotta attack first. But they don't have a 4/4 in play. They're at 9. You get a 4/4. Oh, it's not a zombie, is it? Yeah, I don't think it is. Yes, we go to their upkeep. I don't know what they could cast on my end step, but get them with the blast. So there's some sort of life gain. God, those Sarcomancies were bold. I don't even think you should be playing them post-board. But I don't know these decks constructions. Maybe they have to. People are so nice in Premodern. They said nice. GG. Like the only format you kill someone, they're like, oh, awesome. Okay, so we certainly saw this construction do its thing, but we didn't really see the use case where we just got screwed over by Mogg Flunkies or playing Raging Goblin or War Buggy. Like there were a couple times where we drew Flunkies where we were hellbent, but we were, every single one of those times, we were already just horribly behind, which is going to be the case with like any draw would not have, you know, we were looking at like if we had back-to-back-to-back runners and they drew nothing, we might have a chance kind of scenarios. So I don't know. I still need to test this more. Mishra's Factory would be interesting. I'm just not sure I'm willing to put a land that doesn't tap for red. You have so many red pips, right? You do have some colorless, you know, 12 2-drops. But I think more than anything, we lost to ourselves on... I mean, one of the times we kept a 1-lander, but then we drew 5 lands out of our next 6 draws. Like, we flooded a couple times, but I don't think this build of Burn is flooding more often than other builds. I think that's fine. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it some more. One thing is for sure, it is a ton of fun. Goblin War Buggy is such a fun card. The art is just so classic and hilarious. And pudgy little goblin. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you in the next one.